Hello everyone. So today's watercolour tutorial is going to be a shortened version showing you the main steps for how I painted this blue, quite misty landscape. So getting some depth in there with those wet in wet mountains in the back and some crisp lines and warmth in the foreground. I'm using indigo blue, raw sienna and burnt sienna and a 5x7 inch piece of cold press 100% cotton paper. Okay, let's get started. So to begin with, I did a graduated sky just with a very light grey wash using indigo and some burnt sienna. I then went in with some more stronger indigo using a 3/4 inch flat brush and just pulled that all the way down to a horizon line and then back up to the top. So that's all nice and wet now, and these misty mountains should diffuse quite nicely into that background. I've got a number 10 round brush. This is a silver brush. And you can see I'm using the point to wiggle that up and get those nice peaks in with the mountains. But I'm going to paint all of these mountains one after the other without drying off in each individual layer because I want them to soften and I want them to give that misty background feeling of depth in the painting. So just pulling some of that paint down, leaving some white areas. Now this is a thicker, richer indigo blue. This is Winsor & Newton tube paint, as all of my paints are. And I'm very slowly getting darker and richer with that paint, so much drier, much less water. And I'm just pulling them one over the top of each other. So this is getting very rich and very dark. And because it's all still wet, it is softening into each other and giving that diffusion. So a little bit of indigo mixed with burnt sienna again, number 10 round brush still, and just sweeping in the rough suggestion of a little frosty lake on that left-hand side. Nice and watery, and then I can drop in some warmer colours with the raw sienna mixed into that indigo. Just dropping these around the outside of that, what will be that lake area. Taking some table salt, I can then sprinkle that into the bottom right hand corner, and that gives me some nice little white blooms once it's dry. So the painting's completely dry. I've got a number 6 round brush and I'm just using some very pale dry paints to dry brush over that lake and then dropping in some darker indigo just around the outsides of it to give a little bit of shadow, create some banks. So this is a number 1 liner brush. We're going to put a really stark lone tree on the right hand side, separated out slightly, and I'm just trying to use one smooth movement to pull that dark paint up. And then nice light touches for those little branches. This is a mixture of indigo and burnt sienna, so it's very dark. You could use Payne's Grey, but I find mixing these two colours together give you a really nice true dark. So just filling out those trees with those nice wispy branches, making sure it's all very, very dark valued, and then bedding it into the landscape by adding some watery indigo and then dropping some darker indigo into it. Very rough, loose movements. Number 6 round brush, this is wet on dry. And I can just put a darker mountain at the back to give us a little bit more depth and contrast. And then warm it up with some burnt sienna, little sweeping movements, little bits of foliage, adding some of that burnt sienna around the banks of our little frozen lake. A little bit of warmth there with some light brown going into that lake underneath those banks. And this is all with the number 1 liner brush. So just building up that foliage now, getting those nice crisp lines in the foreground. Last little dark indigo bank of a little hill at the back. And then some little drops of burnt sienna, just with the tip of the liner brush. And a few birds in the sky with a fine detail brush just to finish off that sky area. I've got some Dr. PH Martin's bleed proof white, some little highlights on the tree branches. You could use white gouache for this, and then a few little highlights on the birds as well. And that's it, that's our painting finished. So I hope you enjoyed that. It was quite quick, but if you did want a longer, more in-depth painting version where I go through each individual step, then that's available to my YouTube members and also my studio insiders on Patreon. But thank you very much for watching today. I hope you found that useful, and I'll see you very soon in my next tutorial. Bye for now.